Hi, welcome to Making a Better Me, day 156 update. Today was a Tuesday, rainy day, and I guess a fairly busy day because of some of the other things that have happened recently. So, let's get at it and see what happened. So I worked today outside of town, and really a pretty uneventful work day, nothing too exciting. After work today, when I got home, we had to take Blair to the vet to have a checkup after his seizure last night. I don't know if you saw yesterday's video, but Blair had a seizure last night. Blair is our 6, almost 7-year-old border collie, and he's never had any kind of a seizure or anything before, so I was a little shocked and a little concerned last night when it happened. Been reading quite a bit about it, and I'm a little bit less concerned now, but there's not a whole lot we can do about it at this point. So we took him over to the vet for a checkup tonight. They did some blood work and checked some things. His blood levels were all pretty normal. The only slight concern was his white blood cells were on the high end of low, but not really low enough to, be concerned about them. She said we could maybe check them another time. He was having blood work, but we wouldn't make a specific appointment to have blood work to check them. So what does that mean, I guess, in terms of, what do we do? This was our first experience with seizures, so, it was something that we'd never seen or dealt with before. So I did a little bit of research last night and today to find out, what exactly happens and where do we go from here. So essentially, Blair's seizure was a fairly mild seizure. It wasn't, violent, and he recovered very, very quickly afterwards, which is a good sign. So basically at this point, we don't do anything about it. We wait to see if there's any more. Basically, even if there are more, it'll depend on the frequency and the intensity of them. If he's having multiple per day, we may look at some form of treatment there. If he's having, regular weekly, we might look at a form of treatment there. Or if they become very intense and last, longer than, say, about 5 minutes, then we also, look at treatment options there. Otherwise, the risks involved with treatment do not outweigh the benefits of not having seizures. If they continue to be mild and they're very sporadic and spread out, then it's probably okay to just ignore that. Now, when I say it's his first seizure, it's his first seizure that we know of. It is very possible that he's had this before when we haven't been available, haven't been around, although, I like to think that we would know. There is a very strong possibility that we might not be aware. So, that being said, one of the other concerns about his seizures is his age. Because he is, almost 7 years old and he's never had a seizure before, that is a little bit in the old end for it to be epilepsy. So the other causes of seizures tend to be a little bit more serious, or can be more serious. So we're crossing our fingers and hoping that it's just a one-off event and it doesn't happen anymore. And one of the things that they did check during their blood scans was for cancer. Cancerous cells in the blood or anything like that, and everything looked normal. So we'll cross our fingers and say a little prayer for Blair and hug him close, and hopefully he will continue to be seizure free for the rest of his life. But of course, the little jerk tonight decided that it would be great fun to roll in some poop, which I get to, give him a nice bath around his neck just a few minutes ago, and right now it's past 1 o'clock in the morning. So which is not great. I was hoping to be in bed by now, but he decided to make things a little bit later for us, so that's great. So what else happened today? Let's see. I also headed to the gym tonight, but actually before that, let's talk about what I did. When we get home from the vet appointment, it was about 7 o'clock, and I decided I want to get ready and go to the gym fairly soon, but then I decided, but I want to take care of some things. So I decided to throw in a wash, and I decided, well, there's several loads of laundry that haven't been put away, so I folded and put away my things and the towels and things like that, so that they'd be all out of the way. The only thing I didn't put away were Leanne's clothes, because I really don't know where they go. So that was a pretty big deal, because there were probably 4 or 5 loads of laundry that hadn't been put away, stuffed into 2 baskets, and so I got those all dealt with. Then I decided that I would do some dishes. Now, Tamara thankfully did a few dishes earlier, so the kitchen wasn't a complete disaster, but I decided, well, I'm going to do some more, so I did a few more dishes to get that part of things cleaned up a little bit better, so the kitchen is not a complete and total disaster right now, which is nice, because it was looking pretty bad there for a while. So I also did that. Then I decided, well, I better head to the gym. So I headed down to the gym, and I did some rotator cuff exercises, and I also did 25 minutes on the recumbent bike, which for some reason, whatever, I'm not sure why, it seemed a lot easier tonight. I have taken a few days off just because of the busyness with the weekend and everything else. So yeah. So that was my day today. I feel pretty good about that. I did some housework. I got to the gym, did some things like that. So the other thing I want to talk about a little bit is Leanne's mom, Thora. She had another pretty good day today, I think. They did do an MRI again to check some things. And as far as I know, everything turned out okay with that. I think I saw the results. I'm not 100% certain on that, actually. Maybe they're waiting to show the results, see the results tomorrow, actually. I think they might be doing that. But Leanne was down today and for a visit, and she is not vastly improved, but not getting worse, I don't think. They seem to be back and forth with the catheter. It's in, it's out, it's out, it's in. I think she's still using a feeding tube at this point. So, there are certainly still lots of hurdles to overcome, but we are making slow, forward, steady progress, really in the long run. I think we are moving forward. It has been, 4 weeks tonight since she had the hemorrhage, and it's been tough, and tough on her, and tough on Leanne, and tough on our family, and we appreciate the support of all the people out there that have been wishing her well, and saying prayers and sending positive vibes and all those things. We certainly appreciate it. We even asked for more from other friends tonight for Blur after his seizure yesterday. So, and we get a lot of kind words from friends and people from the dog sport community that have dealt with that, and we feel a lot of support and a lot of love, and we want to say thank you to everybody for sending all that. And Blur wants to thank you, and I really hope that he feels your strength and is able to continue to be strong and not be affected by this anymore. So yeah, those are a couple of things. Also, I did mention last night that Leanne has bipolar disorder, and that she had returned to work for the first day yesterday. She worked one day this week. Next week, actually, I was wrong. Next week she's working 2 days, and then I believe it's 2 days and then 3 days. Total of 8 days for the month of June, anyways. So she had a good day. She felt pretty good about things, and she also was talking to her principal at her new job today at Harmony Heights, and she's really excited about that as well. That's coming in September, so lots of interesting, positive changes happening. Lots of good things coming our way, and I hopefully that they continue to be good things coming our way. A couple of other things I want to mention. Still going strong with no pop. I'm into my 3rd month now. So I feel pretty good about that. Still feeling proud, drinking lots and lots of water, staying hydrated, trying to do that. So I think I'm drinking probably 4 to 6 liters on average, probably most days, of water. So I feel like that's a pretty good accomplishment, considering I'm coming from drinking 1 to 2 liters of pop probably daily, and not much else. For other liquids, maybe some chocolate milk or things like that. So a lot of really high sugar drinks. So I've basically completely cut that out of my diet. I'm taking in very little dairy products, and very few. Like I say, I cut out a lot of sugary drinks like pop and things like that. Even for the most part, juice. I have an odd bit of juice here or there, but for the most part, I'm really not drinking any juice, just really mostly water. Another interesting thing or exciting thing coming up, I think we are at the 33-day mark until we take our trip to Disney. Really excited for that, coming up in July. We are heading to Disney for our 25th anniversary, and been making plans and getting things ready. And right now, a lot of our stuff is on hold. There's not a whole lot of planning to do at this point. Most of the major plans have been done. A few little minor things to do, but nothing in a big urgent rush yet. So that's also very, very exciting. The other thing, I guess I think I may have mentioned, was that I talked a little bit about Leanne having bipolar disorder, and this is something that I do want to come back to and talk about more. We've been going through this for approximately 17 years now, and Leanne told me an interesting fact this morning that I believe she said that 90% of people with bipolar disorder end up divorced, and that's I know there's a lot of divorce prevalent in all walks of life, but that seems even high compared to every other area. And as I've mentioned, Lynn and I are coming up to our 25th anniversary. We've been together for 28 years almost. So we've been together a long time. We've stuck together through thick and thin, and hard times and good times, and challenging times. We've supported each other as well as we can. We always make an effort to get along and to love each other no matter what's going on, and that's, I think, a key to a couple of things. One, to Leanne's success with being able to get out of depressions, and in keeping our relationship strong. We always try to stay loving and supportive, even when things are tough, and we've certainly had lots of tough over the years. Not to say that we haven't had lots of wonderful too, because we have. We've had some very, very wonderful moments. I think possibly having depression, or Leanne having depression, has made us really embrace those good times even more than we may have in the past. So in a way, the depression has almost helped make us stronger together. But it is a very challenging thing to overcome, and I can never let it go, that how much Leanne has to go through with that. It's a very tough thing to deal with. I feel very fortunate that I don't fall into the depths of depression that she does, and have to struggle to dig my way back out. It's certainly not an easy task from what I see. I get a fairly good idea from being very close to someone that I love very much, dealing with that, but I'm sure that I still can't even come close to understanding how horrible it is. And for anyone out there with depression, I truly feel for you, because I see how diabolical depression is. It just crushes your soul and spirit and belief that anything good can happen to you, and that you'll ever accomplish anything and things like that. And you have to believe those people, your friends, your loved ones, that tell you that the depression isn't telling you the truth. Depression lies to you. It tries to convince you that you're not good enough and that you'll never be good enough again. It's not true. Don't listen. Please don't let depression make you make bad choices because you don't believe you can ever be good enough or be happy again. You will be. It just takes time. A lot of times it just takes time. Sometimes it takes some medication. That's another thing that I heard a comment about depression today, and someone saying, well, they're on medication, but they're trying to get off it. I don't know if I understand that concept. If somebody told me I had to take a pill to keep my heart going, I would take that pill. So if somebody tells you that, well, you need to take this pill to keep your brain working properly, I would happily take that pill. I don't know why I would think, oh, I want to be off this. If I need that pill to keep my brain from causing me to go into a depression, then I'll take the pill. I know there's a lot of people say, depression can be controlled with exercise and diet and positive thinking and things like that. And to a degree, maybe you can influence, but if you really have real depression, I don't think that you really can stop it, even with exercise and positive thinking and great eating. I know of people, I've seen people that do those things, and depression can still grab a hold of you and pull you down and drag you down to a very low place. So don't think that you're weak because you need to have medication to beat depression. Be happy that there is something that's going to help you, or hopefully will help you. Anyways, that's about it for my video for tonight. It is extremely late, and I need to get to bed. But I wanted to sort of talk about some more things with that, and I'm sure that we'll probably talk more about depression in some of the future videos, and hopefully we won't need to talk more about blur seizures, and hopefully we'll have lots more positive updates about my mother-in-law Thora. Anyways, that's about it for my video for tonight. So if you have not hit that like button, that thumbs up, please hit that button now. Let me know that you've enjoyed my video. If you have any comments, I'd love you to leave them below. A couple of people have left comments on Facebook, and that's great. I do appreciate that. I would really love to see some comments on the YouTube page itself. So if you could leave some comments there, I'd love to see them. It makes it more available for other people that watch the videos to see the comments. If you put them on Facebook, some people may not see those comments as easily as you would on the YouTube page. So I'd love to see your comments on the YouTube page. And last of all, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please hit that button. I know there's people watching my video there at subscribe because I've had more views than subscribers on a lot of videos. So please hit that subscribe button and help support my my YouTube channel and journey. Anyways, that's it for Making a Better Me for tonight. So have a good night. We'll talk to you later. Bye bye.